Hey there, day number 8 in 30 days of trying to launch this project. Moving along today and yesterday were pretty much identical. Spent all of yesterday working on the project in Claude and Copilot, building out functionality, seeing more and more features and functionality coming to life. Again, as a non-developer, it's actually pretty exciting to see a project and something that you're working on being birthed and coming to life. So it's quite exciting. That today is going to be spent in a similar fashion, very focused on continuing to try to build the product and get as much done by the end of this week as possible. One huge thing, explanatory mode. I've probably said across here, I've definitely said on social media that I've never been a developer, and I would love to try to learn a bit about what I'm doing. Claude is pushing code. I'm copying and pasting code, but it'd be great to learn and better understand what it's actually doing, how things are connected. And I have a kind of grand plan towards the end of this project to do a whole recap and a really, hopefully, a deeper understanding of what Claude actually built and how it built and why. But I stumbled across in Claude. So when you have your prompt in your chat, there's different settings. And I think by default, it's set to concise to try to save as much bandwidth or whatever the backend terminology is. But there is an explanatory mode. And found that yesterday. And it explained in a heck of a lot more detail of what it was doing and why it was doing and what connected. And it was fascinating just to now be able to get a little bit of that deeper insight into what's been happening, what's been doing. The potential caveat of that is I ran into a limitation, a timeout that Claude had, I guess, a run out of, I don't know, tokens or again, what the correct language is, but I kind of ran into a wall where I had to stop. It gave me the ability to continue the chat in a lower model, but not being a developer and understanding that if I'm using the top model, isn't this the best model? So I was hesitant yesterday to try a different model. Is it does it have memory? Is it continuing in a different model? And will the new lesser model be as good or half as good? So I'm very hesitant and nervous to even try. So I had to stop, and it gives me like a 3 or 4 hour window where I can't do anything anymore. So I'm hoping not as much to run into this again, because obviously it could slow things down. It was great to learn more and to understand about more, but I hope I don't really run so much more into it. So that's the update for today. Again, making progress towards that 30 days. And for people who are following along, please comments, feedback, ideas, especially if you have a maybe deeper understanding of what the limitations of what you can do on these various AI tools. And is there a real quality difference, maybe in the coding side or regular side between different models? Because the last thing I want to do is have high quality code in the top model and have lesser quality code in the bottom one or the next one down. So if you have experience in that, would love to hear from you, would love to learn from you. Again, the whole point of this is to learn out loud. And yeah, please follow along the journey. If you are listening and interested in joining a similar mastermind group that we have going now, please, we're going to be starting another one in the early part of next year. So please be in touch. And if you'd like a little bit more in-depth daily updates, please subscribe to the email. You'll find in the comments. And until tomorrow.